1 year ago, I was unemployed, living in Boston, and very, very unhappy. And now I have a full-time job and I moved to New York. If you're new here, my name is Julie. If you are a returning subscriber, hey. I know it's been a while since I posted. If you saw my last update, I moved to New York. Going back in time to March 2025, I was living in Boston, unemployed, job searching. And boy, was I job searching. Like, I was on LinkedIn every single day. And also at that point I had been like almost a year post-grad, so morale was very, very low. Other than job searching at the time, I was posting on YouTube inconsistently, but hey, I was posting. I was also posting on my TikTok because that was something that I started doing in the fall because I had so much time. I also wanted to like learn new creative skills and stuff, and also content creation has always been something I've been interested in. And so I was like, a lot of my TikToks were doing really well, and that was really, really cool seeing people like enjoy the projects that I make, which I want to get back into. And also, if you see the lighting change, I'm in front of my window and the sun is moving around. A lot of the projects that I was working on for my TikTok, I was actually making for my portfolio just to, you know, add some new material in there. I think around this time last year, I started thinking about freelancing and finding clients to work with to build my resume. Also, in March, I started thinking about moving to New York or like finding jobs in New York. And this was something that I was only thinking like by myself about because I knew none of my friends in Boston wanted to move to New York. I know they would have been like, oh yeah, you should do it, but I didn't want to say it before I knew I was gonna do it, you know? Like I didn't want to be all talk. So I started thinking about New York, started looking at jobs in New York, and then in April, I landed a client and I do a lot of video editing for her, and so all the stuff that I was making, I was also putting that in my portfolio and also adding it to my resume. Around the time also, I think I had a couple of interviews. I remember there was one job that I did like 3 interview rounds for, and I ended up not getting it, and I was like, kill me, I can't do this anymore. But then luckily at the end of April, that was when I found the role that I have now, and then I got the job and I started in May. In May, I was freelancing. I started this new job. It was like fully remote, but this job was also like, it was based in New York, and they said that I had to move to New York by the end of the year basically. And so to let them know like when I wanted to move. And so I told them like September would be great. Once I got that job, that was when I told everyone like I was moving to New York. And then in June and July, I started looking for roommates and also looking for apartments. And luckily I found my 2 roommates. One of them is a college friend. I think we signed our lease in like July, and then that's when everything kind of just started going like really, really fast. I officially moved into my current apartment in August. My sister and a couple of her friends drove me down and helped me move in. They kind of like spent a day in New York, and so I was hanging out a little bit with them, and then they dropped me off here and I started like cleaning everything and like getting settled in. I think the first thing that I ordered was like a mattress so that I had something to sleep on when I got here, but I didn't have like a bed frame or anything yet. And so I think I was like sleeping on the floor for like a couple weeks while I like found a bed frame that I liked, and also was like waiting for it to come in. From like September to like November, I was like slowly finding things to add to my room and like make it look how I wanted to look, and like adding all these things. And now I feel like I'm pretty happy with what I have. I won't buy any more things. In September, I also started going in office, and again throughout this whole time like I'm freelancing. I also found a couple more clients to work with. Outside of that, I was also like trying to explore New York, and so some months it's like busy, and then other months it's a little more chill. I remember, I think it was in like December or January, I was burnt out. The problem that I had last year, nothing to do, literally didn't know how to spend my time. And then now, like, complete opposite end, where I did not have enough time to do all these things. And so I'm slowly like dialing back on my freelance projects and trying to focus on like things that I enjoy doing, like video editing, specifically like content creation. I think when you're like a creative, and if you are in the creative field, I'm sure you know this, but like it's fun being creative and it's fun seeing your ideas come to life. But at some point you don't have any, like, at least for me, like I didn't have any more, like, I don't even, like, I can't even, what am I even saying? Like I didn't have any more like energy or like brain power to like do these creative things anymore. I'm in a better place now compared to last year and also compared to like a couple months ago. And I am trying to do more things that I enjoy doing, like reading. I have a lot of books on my TBR that I'm trying to read. And I also really want to get back into content creation because making those creative projects last year was so fun. And I haven't posted on my TikTok or my Instagram in so long. We're trying to change that. The sun is out longer now. My seasonal depression is gone. I'm getting better at time management with working and freelancing. That's what I've been up to for the past year. I set a bunch of like goals for myself this year. You know, I love setting goals. I'm trying to do my best to achieve them. I also wanted to hop in and say, if you have any questions about freelance or what to do post-grad, or even like how to move to New York, please leave a comment. I might turn it into a video. I want to be like helpful and be a resource from one creative to another, and share any advice that I can give based on my experience. So yeah, as promised, I will see you next week.